Okay. Ha ha ha. Here we go. So, I think I've played this maybe one other time. This is a totally not expected stream. Shit. I think I'm on the... Yep. Is it? There we go. Alright, nice. Phew. Okay, is it just me in the audience? Hello, me. Smiley face? Yep. I'm ready for a bad time. Let's get going. Please enter my name. That'll be fun. Wow, really? Yes. Hey, this is research, okay? Don't give me that, alright? Don't give me that attitude. Hey, who's talking to me? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Alright. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Cool. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Whoa, what's wrong with her eyes? Oh, really? You overslept again, huh? It's just like you. Right on, okay. Yeah, just because I decided to wait for you. I was thinking about ignoring you. Yeah, that is mean, isn't it? Oh yeah, definitely don't want to be considered a couple. Yes, I did wait for you. Don't underestimate me. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh yeah? On a club? I don't know, I'm not really a club person. Ha! There we go. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, it is. That's what I just said. Well, yeah, I lied. Sure, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Nice. Nice. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. You know what? That hits a little bit too close to home. Yeah, that's the plan. Sure it is. Yeah, right. Oh, Jesus! Alright. Alright. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yep, no choice at all. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Wow, alright. That's a backhanded compliment if ever I heard one. There's no way I'm going to your club. Take that. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. You care so much anyway. Wow. I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Full of energy, she swings open the classroom door. Don't call me new member. Glance around the room. Welcome to the literature. No, I'm not gonna read the majority of these. How does she know my name? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I don't know. What are you looking at? I don't know. What am I looking at? I stutter? Oof. It's one I don't recognize. Says that quietly into my ear. Alright. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Please tell me your content isn't going downhill. It only took one person to suggest that I stream this for me to do it. And this is research, okay? Otherwise, Whoops. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. How do I know her? Let's find out. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. She was the most popular, completely out of my league. You too, Monika. Come sit down. Made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. How about I make some tea as well? Tea sounds lovely, Yuri. You do that. They have a few desks arranged to form a table. One space next to Monika, one space next to Sayori. Yes, this game is wrong in all of the many different ways. This is the first time I've played it as well. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Yes, I'm ready. Lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Adorable. Their whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Looking for the best angle to take a bite. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Looks like it's gonna go in completely the wrong direction. She talks with her mouth full, got icing on her face. Oh no, not at all. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Ah, I guess. Intimidated. Wow, that's a big tea set. That is intimidating. Insulted. Yuri looks away. I believe you. Of course I do. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. This is overwhelming. Made me consider the literature club? Well, it might insult you to find out. I was coerced. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Made a Mario 64 version of what? Of Doki Doki Literature Club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? No politics, huh? Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club. It must be hard to start a new club. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. What kind of things do I like to read, huh? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Complex fantasy worlds, huh? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Whoa. Whoa there! Is that a personal dig at me? Shh. Alright. Reading a lot of horror lately. Subtle foreshadowing. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. I wouldn't like them, huh? Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Writing poems, huh? Adorable. I love the direction this is going. Poem writing, literature club. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls! How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Oh no! Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. This is totally not horror and definitely 100% happy dating sim. Why did it become creepy? Red, are you even watching the stream? How is any of this creepy? Honestly. Thanks, I guess. Monika looks over at me once more. How I express myself? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Do I want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Now here comes the poem building minigame. The dialogue just sounded off. You saying I can't properly write dialogue for a dating sim? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Electricity. Disaster. Ambient. Hopeless. Existence. Cry. Extreme. Frightening. Entropy. Empty. Disarray. Meager. Wrath. Suicide. Excellent. Heaven sent. What the fuck? Milk. Vivacious. Sticky. Warm. Infallible. Okay. Well, I think the last word I chose was suicide, so climax, I guess. Grief. Peaceful. Oop. Okay. Feet. Fester. Write an Accelerator's Vert Excalorum poem. This is Doki Doki Literature Club. Well, hello again, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. No problem, Yuri. Too overwhelming of a commitment, honestly. When you're not accustomed to it. Like he deserves any slack. Yeah, I'm with Natsuki. Ooh, roasted Natsuki. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Might be a little jealous. What? You don't even know me. Stop it. Stop it! Sayori. I say nothing. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. Me? What is it? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it, if you don't want it to be. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. A book? Oh, nice. This is... How did this girl... Hold on. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Alright. If that's what apparently does it for me. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. That's the book you gave me, right? just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is entitled Portrait of Markov. Oh. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. No, it's not that. I mean, I definitely enjoy those sorts of stories, so don't worry. What are you playing? Yep. What distance level are you going to make after doing research in this game? Oh, you'll find out. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against yours, then hold my book more between the two of them. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Eh? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Yuri remains silent for a moment. Wait! I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Okay, everyone, says Monica. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Yes, of course, Monica. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Monica, of course! I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Ah, yeah. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Yeah, right. Sure. So deep. Yeah, sure. You underestimated me. No, you didn't. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Now that, solid advice. That way it always counts when you put in some effort. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Oh my. It could take a while before I can feel comfortable doing this. Oh yes, Monica, you're always on my side. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. What was the inspiration behind this one? An epiphany. Monica giving me writing advice. Thanks, Monica. A car friend? Yes. Yes, a car friend. Imagine existing. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. You think it's exceptional? How flattering. What was that? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Yuri takes a breath. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Biased? How? It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining, what's that say? Streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Oh, you call that a long time? Sure. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Not at all. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Oof. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. It's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Yeah, of course. Aha. Me too. Poor, poor Natsuki. It's a good poem. You're lying to me. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in the spare time? Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. What? Oh yeah, that. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. All right, I'm going to hold you to that then. We'll see about that. You're sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? I look above. The sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. This. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I could frame this and put this on a wall. Quick little screen cap. Love it. Doop-de-doop. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yeah. Especially that last line. Adorable. Even though you were late to school? Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Ah, yeah. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Suki. What? Harsh. I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? You're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Eagles. Oh, this is fantastic. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I like it. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, I understand. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Yeah, I guess not. I just had to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Oh shit! What happened? Bonk. Screenshot key. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Natsuki suddenly stands up and the music stops. Yuri stands up as well. Oh, great. My God. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they've just noticed I was standing there. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be, help me, Sayori! Wait, what? So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone is fighting Fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Amazing. Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat. A neat thing to talk about with everyone. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. That's... Oh shit, what'd I do? There we go. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Yeah, let's do this. Am I gonna write another poem? Unending adventure. Alone. Disaster. Oh shit. Death? What the? Melancholy. Agonizing. Meager. Depression. Cheer. Breathe. Rain cloud feather. Sing. None of these suit my purposes. Rain cloud, sure. Tragedy. Defeat. Broken. Wow, who's this? Interesting. Wait, Is that Sayori? All of these... Which are making Sayori jump. Very interesting. Fear. Massacre. Misfortune. Unrequited. Unrequited? Oh my. I think I know what's going on. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past days. I'm just going to make a prediction right here. Sayori, this character's next door neighbor, I'm guessing there may be a little bit of unrequited feelings going on. Those are the vibes I'm picking up. Entering the club room, the unusual scene greets me. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in good mood today. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. No thanks. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spend all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! And so that only leaves one option. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Laying the groundwork for the inevitable tragedy later. Look at that face. Look at that pink hair. She looks like she's just, like it just rolls off of her shoulders. Oh, but it's hitting hard. Wearing her down little by little until she can't take it anymore. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. She needs money, huh? The revolution? What? Retribution. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. No. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the clubroom. Yeah, I haven't either. Oh my. Suddenly the door swings open. Ah, there you are. Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Monika looks at me. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. I see. In that case, best of luck. Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. The main character of this game? Yeah. Meaning the... Yep. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? Guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I'll probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Does our school have a napping club? Don't say that out so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? I knew it. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar, right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because I don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. This is getting worse and worse by the minute. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Sure she will. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. What is? Eh? Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. I guess. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Oh, yeah, it does. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Yeah, I guess so, huh? You're doing it again, Sayori. Man, it's impossible to tell you sometimes. Eh? Man, this thing drags out as a dating sim way longer than I thought it would. Monica suddenly calls out. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to achieve her poem. Let's make Sayori a priority. Eh? You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Nice. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, whatever. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight. To make amends, sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Jerry, did you really write this? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. More foreshadowing. Things kick off after the next poem. This is my first time playing Doki Doki Literature Club. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, Yuri next. Come on, Yuri, read my poem. I guess you could say that. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I'm assuming this is some sort of a metaphor for self-harm. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Maybe our protagonist is a little bit clueless. But me? Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Unusual hobbies. Oh, I know what you mean, Yuri. I know exactly what you mean. Why do you keep them to yourself? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Okay. Next is Monica, patiently waiting. Alright, I guess. I wouldn't count on that. Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Is that so? Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Of meaningless. Load me. Can I load her? No. No loading! It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? No, I never said that. That's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. You know, I think this whole thing really only works because the protagonist is kind of clueless. If the protagonist had any idea at all what was going on, like, the pretenses for this game are pretty much explicitly, like, this is your classical dating sim. The internet always was. I mean, I know that shit gets fucked up in a little bit here, but specifically how, I don't know. I know that one of the characters, my money's on Sayori, hangs herself right around the corner here, and then Monica starts losing her mind. I'm not sure what happens to Yuri or Natsuki, though. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Oh, I can save my game? Eh. I'm gonna stick with my decisions. So far, the only decisions I've had to make are settling that conflict was the first one, and then the poems. Well, I could admit that it's better than the last one. That's good. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Eh? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve! Though what I did is beyond me. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I want a mind reader. Or wait, unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Who was I trying to impress? Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. They're all hinting at their own deaths. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. After image of a crimson eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. Sayuri. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on a paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayuri finishes, and we applaud. Good job, Sayuri. What does that even mean? Yes, let me lower everybody's standards. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Yeah, maybe. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. Called Jump, Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Yeah, no problem. All right, I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Whatever, let's go already. Gosh, man, no wonder these things are called visual novels. Just a lot of reading. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Ah, no wonder. Sayori fumbles with her words. Huh? What kind of question is that? Kind of put me on the spot here. Decisions! Ah! Sayori. You really think I'd ditch you for Yuri? Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? More poems. Gosh. Inferno. Stream. Agonizing. Disaster. Massacre. Esther. Wow, Yuri is really liking all the words. Meager. Scars. Death. Ah, well, there goes Sayori. Uncanny. Wrath. There's unrequited. Marriage. There's her again. Suicide. That time Yuri jumped. Well, now I'm really confused. Cry. Defeat. Pain. Yes. Disoriented. Disown. Or Natsuki. Secretive. Empty. Don't worry, I just walked in too. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. You of all people, what's that mean, Natsuki? Yeah, Natsuki, I'm curious too. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. That's so meta. Where is Sayori, anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Huh. Is everything alright? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Sayori shows me a big smile. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticing anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hey, this might sound a little bit strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. Huh? You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? What? What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full on sunshine. Not any different now than it always has been. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear it from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I am the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly, with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Relax, you didn't even do anything. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? In any case, I guess you were right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a little bit uneasy about Sayori. Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. What? It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit much. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? Well, I guess that was the case. I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. What? What is this? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Tea. Don't mind if I do. Not at all. Good book and a cup of tea. That actually does sound pretty nice. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Absolutely, Yuri, I'll hold your pitcher. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Might as well walk with you. Yeah. Monica! Yuri was just gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. That's... Monica, mind your own damn business! Or do you want me to tell? Or wait, or do you want me to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve me in the club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that, says Monica. Then let's go. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Yuri. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Ahaha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Oolong, huh? Probably. Yeah. Anything is fine. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Could you imagine being sophisticated enough to have tea tastes? Like, to be like, yes, I like a specific kind of tea, and not just tea-flavored tea. You really do this properly, don't you? Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. When it's you who's around, anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, she's kind of tall, isn't she? Just have back pain fairly regularly. Gah, I know how that is. I empathize, Yuri. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Your posture, right? Yep. It's definitely the posture. I always hunched over like that while reading. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Yep. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. So this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Yuri sidles closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but was just being less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. You sure? You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. You sure? Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks! Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. I see. Situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. How does she even hold on to it? She got like some teeth right at the end, just like grabbing it right by the corner. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Hey Monica, how you doing? Ooh-ah! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. You can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. The spell is abruptly broken. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get a feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Damn weeb. Yep. I'm a goddamned weeaboo. Alright, Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. What? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Well, of course I am. Sayori, is there something wrong? Right. Just tell me if you need anything. You can go play with everyone else now. Whoa, alright. Phrase it like that, I guess. If you insist. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna do, Sayori. Sayori? Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. I know what's gonna happen now. Let's talk to Natsuki. You didn't even... Nice! Alright. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in yours writing style? I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Wait, really? Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Alright. More meta prose. The lady who knows everything. The old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift. The sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gently as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I see. I never really put much thought into it. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures, says the two-dimension. Nice. That's fantastic. I think you'd know that better than anyone. Just looking into my soul. Mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Wait a second. What? Alright, Yuri. You're up next. This is wonderful. Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Used to what? It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly. Nice. This is getting amazingly depressing. Really, really enjoying this. Ugh. People say that about you? But I haven't really done anything. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see you that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? Yuri puts her head in her hands. This time, she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem? Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. I see. Atsuki didn't even let me read her poem, so I don't have much to contribute. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Stagnating air is a common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Ha! Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here, obviously. She actually wasn't feeling all too well and went home early. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. That curious expression coming from you, Yuri, of all people? What did she say? Jeez, even I can tell now. Guess I never give Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you two when she's not around. Atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. The one who is truly useless. That's... Is Monica suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Atsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. I'm okay with this, right? And it's up to me. Of course! Everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with Sayori. I mean, we've already neighbors, and Monica said Sayori was helping her. No! Just think of the club, right? I can only choose Monica, right? Right? Is that... Sure. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Scared me. Do I have a preference? Strategy. Let's see. What's up, Natsuki? I'm used to it after all. Oof! Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. Made my decisions, I gotta live with them. I don't think that really counts. Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Natsuki starts pouting too. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Oh, whoa, jeez. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Eh? Ah, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Wait, you're coming to my house? I mean, she figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Really? It's kind of strict if you ask me. Alright, fine by me. Oh, didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Wait, really? Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyways, I'll be heading home now. See you on Sunday. I can't believe this. Tsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. Guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after... Wait, what? We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different person, a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, knock at the front door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori! Hi! I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. Oh, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Eh? Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Till I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Yep. That's why I just want to make everyone happy. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get even closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path I leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. Please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make those feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. Oh, really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain, but your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. If she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yep. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. If all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Kind of hard for me to fully understand. I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Okay, I'm gonna just save. Okay, I'm done. I am done. Oh god, how long have I been here? Like 2.5 hours? Jesus Christ. Alright, I'll finish streaming this tomorrow. Bye.